Are you ready for some fall color? Whoop, wait just a minute. Let's get in the garden first. So the fall garden is looking pretty good, actually. The only thing that bothers me is it's rather green. There's not a lot of color, and one of the things I've been looking around for is maybe some foliage change. I love the fall foliage. And one thing I kept noticing is I really just don't have a lot of change in foliage color in general in this garden. So today what I want to do is add some color through blooms and through foliage, make it just a little more interesting. We still have a couple more months before we actually have a hard freeze, probably here in Oklahoma. And we actually had a couple of days of rain, which we hadn't had in a while. We'll get a lot, and then all of a sudden, no rain for quite a few weeks. But that rainwater has really helped the angel trumpet put out new blooms. So tomorrow, it is really going to spring to life. And then if you'll look just over here, some other beautiful color is this Mystic Spires Salvia. We actually cut this back probably halfway through the summer, and it's finally put out its autumnal bloom, and it is actually really showing out today. Again, I think the rainwater really helped it. But other than just a couple of plants here and there, there's not a lot of color. So what we're going to do today, I wanted to show you the garden before I add in some interesting color, some interesting perennials and annuals, and my favorite thing of all, pumpkins. We're going to be adding that in at the end. And hopefully you're going to see a little bit of a difference in the feel. You know, gardens, we work so hard to get them all pumped up for the spring. And now it's time to transition into fall. And there's actually quite a few plants that really just come to life in the fall. So we're going to be adding some of those. Then we're going to come back at the end. I'll walk you through and we'll see what a difference it made here in the butterfly garden on the north side of the house. So as I was mentioning in the beginning, this garden was really liking some interesting foliage color, and I guess I'm just starting to notice it more here in the fall because that's what I'm looking forward to. So when I was out at the garden center, I ran across this Weigela from Proven Winners that's Wine and Roses. It gets 4 feet tall and wide. So I'm putting these a little closer together, but I want to kind of fill this in to just kind of like make a large mound of a dark foliage type plant. Have these little seedlings around of this rose campion or Lycoris. Beautiful silver foliage with pink blooms. But as you can tell, this time of year, we've cut all the blooms back. It's really just quite a large area that's really uninteresting. So I think this Weigela is going to do a great job here in this area. And as you can see, beautiful pink blooms that really contrast with that dark foliage. So I think this is going to make just a nice plant to anchor this area right behind the other shrubs such as the pomegranate shrub, and then I have a blue atlas cedar there. But all of a sudden just kind of fell off. So I think this staying a nice large mound is going to be great for this part of the garden. So now I'm going to get these planted so we can continue to move on to the next section. So I know some of you may be saying, why is he planting begonias in the fall? Well, this time of year in Oklahoma, we still have quite a long growing season going on, and it's going to be almost 2 months before we really have a deep freeze. Of course, we're really close to the house here, so there is some protection for these. Also, these plants are on clearance. These are $1 a piece out at the garden center. So, you know, we spend a lot of time on the screen porch. We see this area, and the plants right through here had all been pulled out, some annuals that didn't really do well. So it's nice just to add a little bit of color because I didn't want such a large space of something empty. But I want to show you these plants over here, which are really special. These are a spider lily. This is a Lycoris radiata that's come up here at the edge of the screen porch. I just love this color. It's kind of a magenta, really bright color. Almost looks like little cat whiskers coming out. A lot around here, we see a lot of the pink. But I love this, I kind of call it lipstick color. It's just a beautiful, bright color. And just over the last week, these have come up. I planted a little row here in the back. I see a lot more greenery. Probably those are going to actually sprout up blooms next year. So hopefully I'll have more and more to fill in as we go. But I just wanted to show you that, a great plant. Again, you don't see it till late in the season. A lot of people forget about it, but then when it comes up, it's just such a fun plant. And being here close to the screen porch, I can see it really well. Right here next to these sunbeckias, which are again a late season annual for us. It probably is going to get a little too cold for us here, but again, just a great little bounce of color here to kind of extend the blooming season for the garden a little bit and actually add a little excitement here as well. All right, we're going to go on up. I'm going to add a couple more plants to the garden just to brighten it up just a little bit more. Well, if you're looking for a great late season plant to be adding this time of year, certainly the Helenium is a winner. I love this plant because it gives you those bright autumnal colors in the blooms. There's quite a few different variations, but I love this that's more of a red throat and edges are kind of yellow. It really brings out the color of the bloom. It's deer and rabbit resistant. I've been having a little trouble with rabbits in the perennial garden. So when I saw the Helenium come in, I said, let me go ahead and add that. They love when there's a new smell in the garden. And I've noticed they've been eating on a few extra plants lately. So hopefully this Helenium won't be attacked by my little bunny rabbits and will survive so they can get rooted in. But again, a great low growing perennial, front of the border, makes such an impact. And don't forget annuals such as pansies. I love adding pansies in the fall season. I know some of you more in the northern regions don't really start adding pansies until the spring. But here in the mid-south and south, we put pansies in the fall. And because we're adding them this time of year, I use a lot of autumnal colors to bring in more color into the garden. So you can see how they have these beautiful orangish tones. I kind of call them like a Halloween color. It has this beautiful orange with a black face down in there. I just love this combination. I also like burgundies and raspberry tones this time of year. So I'll be adding a few more of those as we go into the next couple of weeks, but I'm ready to bring in that fall feeling here in the back garden and certainly want to add some of those in. All right, now I'm going to run up and try to style the entrance pots as you come into this garden and really bring in some pumpkins and fall color. Well, I forget how quick the sun goes down this time of year, so I'm going to wrap it up really quick and get these pots finished. I love just adding some unique details to my containers. I have all the plants here in the bottom, and of course, probably my thriller is this spiral boxwood. But just having something in this midsection, some of these dried branches, I think will just be something neat to add and something unique. So I'm going to run through real quick and try to get these all put in. But as you can see, we have beautiful kale, ornamental peppers. I actually put some lantana in there. I just wanted that brightness to still really pop. Again, we're going to have good weather, probably a couple more months, so that lantana is going to work really well. And then of course for accents, I didn't fill everything in with plants and then really blew it out here in the bottom with a lot of fun pumpkins. I'm actually going to go through the garden, add a few more bunches of pumpkins there, but I think for the first fall arrangement of the season, these are actually looking pretty good. Again, I'll probably just go through and tighten things up, add a few more fun accents, but I wanted to show you before the sun completely went down what it looks like. We're going to be doing a lot of different fall arrangements coming up over the next few weeks, and we're actually going to be putting a lot of them on Instagram. So I'd love for you to go over to Instagram and follow me. It's chipjones.the Preppy Gardener. So certainly look that up, come along and follow me. We're going to be doing some fun things over there. And then in the next video, we're finally getting around to showing you some updates on the potting shed. We're going to be adding a great new garden. So that's going to be a project that's going to kind of last for several weeks. So I hope you'll come along for that. But again, just a little taste of fall here in Northeast Oklahoma. And I hope you'll come back and follow along as we really turn this place into a fall masterpiece over the next few weeks. So if you liked this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me, the Preppy Gardener. And I look forward to being back with another video very soon.